Today we're installing peak protector on this home primarily because of the ridge vent itself. It's pulled up in spots and gives access to bats and mice and other rodents getting into your home. So we're going to put peak protector on this. We're going to secure it at the bottom and pull that ridge down.
What's key to putting on the peak protector is a good pair of snips. There's a lot of different varieties. I personally like an offset pair, where once you've got your peak protector in place, to make your cut around the end, you can just eyeball it, come in here, snip it off all the way down to here. Before we fold that over, get it lined up, get a little Evo Seal jack. Start your screw, put a little dab, Evo Seal on the threads. Run that in good and tight. I like to fold it to where the end pieces are over the top. Just bring that around. And then each kit is supplied with longer screws for the end caps. Bites a little bit better. Fold that around. Evo Seal. Put a little dab where your screw is going to go. Sink that down. And then if you just kind of walk it over, let it fold. Bring it down like this. Just kind of mark where you think your crease is going to be. And come in here. Snip it all the way to the end. Before you bend it, put your next screw in to pull this down over here. Wrap around the corner, hold that down, and then put your next screw here, and then you can run the straight edge down.
So with your install kit, you get two type of screws, 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches. These are for the straight edges going down the ridge. These are for the corners.
Okay, we got just a 24-inch piece. They come in 48. What you do, measure 16 inches, or 15, I'm sorry, 15 inches. Cut that off nice and clean. Come in 4 inches off each side. Leave the two in the center. Okay, then you want to make a bend underneath on both sides. Then you come to the center of this. You cut out 1 inch. Give it a bend. This will fit on anything from a 3 to a 12. You want to screw it here, 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 and then we want to seal each one of these. Put the sealant on first, then drive this through, and then you might have to seal just this end right here.
So this was the area that we were showing before, that they added an extra row of ridge cap shingles on top, which elevated this ridge vent. Put an opening here in the corner. After you put the peak protector on, it helps hold that down, keeps the pest out of the bottom, and it helps keep the shingles in place in case there's wind damage. Sometimes these ridge caps will want to catch air and lift up, and this will help hold that down as well. Probably the most important thing to consider when you're putting on peak protector is screw placement. If I would have ran this screw and put it down on this bottom edge, you're going to get a lot more lift at the top, and right now we've got good pressure down, which we want. So if you look at a piece that I cut off the end, there's an angle to each piece of peak protector. And if you put the screw back here, it's not putting any pressure here. So what we like to do when we install is run it as tight as you can to that inside edge. Typically this is the row you want to put it on. Sometimes if it's a really high ridge vent material, we'll even tuck it in one row higher. And what that does is it puts more pressure. This is like a spring type material. It's going to add pressure to this edge. and keep it down tight. So if you're having issues with the gaps forming at the top of the ridge vent, you need to move your screws up to the highest point possible. At the end of this run, you notice you get a small little gap here at the top, and that's from these extra shingles on this end. And these are dimensional shingles. They're a thicker, probably a 35-year shingle. So what you can do in this case is either take some Evo Seal and seal this off, do nothing because there's probably no pest going to be able to get through here, or if you're worried about it, take one of the longer screws. You can put some Evo Seal on top or just shoot one down through the top and pull that down tight. Again, this is not caulking somebody's bathroom. This is up on a roof. You're elevated. Most people won't ever notice that this product's on unless you point it out to them. So an extra screw here and there is probably not going to add any aesthetic devalue to the house, so don't worry about that. And it'll make a nice install and keep all the pests out. For order inquiries on Peak Protector, you can visit our website at peakprotector.com.